Kochies Business Builders is proudly brought to you by our partners QBE and Google, who are helping small businesses grow.
Coming up on Kochies Business Builders, Shopify marketing secrets that will soup up your sales. Lux Listings Monica 2 shares her secrets to climbing the ladder of success. Plus, sugar is the spice of life at this great Aussie business. G'day and welcome to another episode of Kochies Business Builders, where we look at the issues facing small business owners and help them with practical advice, inspiring stories and tips to help them succeed. Joining me today as co-host is Andrew Griffiths. Andrew is a best-selling author, entrepreneur and global presenter. He's written 14 books, delivered hundreds of keynotes and has been helping entrepreneurs and business owners to future-proof themselves over 3 decades. Andrew, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Great to see you, Kochie.
Now, your most recent book is called Someone Has to Be the Most Expensive. Why not make it you? That's the root of all our businesses, isn't it?
It is.
Pricing right.
It is, and it's still that old thing of that I see so many people are so quick to discount, you know, or not charge enough for what they're worth or whatever it is. So there's a book I've been thinking about writing for probably 30 years. It's just over that period of time, I've seen it more and more become the root of all evil in one shape or another.
Give us some tips on getting pricing right.
To get pricing right, we've got to really understand our customer and we've got to really know what their view of value actually is. Because we've got this perception that in business often it's all about people just want the cheapest. And I don't agree with that. I don't think that's true at all. I think the world has changed. We understand value. We understand that you get what you pay for. And now more than ever, there are always those people who are prepared to pay the most for the best.
Great advice. We'd love to get your thoughts on our next business, Hot Toast. They're a team of super passionate bookkeepers and accountants who love working with the creative industry and startups. They've chosen a niche, but some clever work with Google Ads has helped them reach the right customers. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lawrence and I'm the founder of Hot Toast. Hot Toast is a bookkeeping, accounting and CFO services firm for the creative industries and fast growth businesses. So I come from industry, so I worked my way up an accounts division and I thought there was a real gap in the market somewhere between what the traditional bookkeeper and also the traditional tax accountant was offering the market, and so Hot Toast was born. So I've always really enjoyed small business. My family's from a small business background and I always knew that I wanted to start my own thing, and the timing was just right about 7 years ago, you know, being able to create something, you know, on my own and being able to build it from there. So originally with Hot Toast and our marketing strategy, we went down the traditional route. And what we found is that we were kind of just putting out feelers to the marketplace and we weren't getting any leads back. And we used a couple of traditional methods of marketing. So we actually looked at, you know, potential clients out there in the Sydney market, and we ended up sending them gift packs and really expensive bottles of wine, and we didn't really see an ROI on it. We do have a couple of clients that are in the agency space that were talking about Google Ads, and so we thought we'd give it a shot. We knew that we wanted to hit certain growth milestones and we wanted to build the business and the team around that. What we love about Google Ads is that it really allows us to focus in on the people that want our services and need our services, so we're actually bringing them to us. Our clients find us via Google Ads by basically jumping onto Google. They'll be able to click on that link. What that link does is then takes you to our website. You get to be a little bit more familiar with what we kind of do, what our vibe is, and from there you can get in contact with us. What's great about that is that I can see the clicks that I'm getting and the return on investment that I'm getting from Google Ads. So we've partnered with an agency and on a monthly basis, they basically source keywords for us, they do all the research behind the scenes for us, and then they set up campaigns on our behalf. Those campaigns are out there in the world that allow us to find the people that want to be found and want to come to us for our services. So what I love about Google Ads is that it's all trackable. So we sit down with our agency monthly and we go through the numbers. Being a data nerd and an accountant, I love the fact that I can look at the data on a monthly basis with our agency partner and we can see exactly what's going on, what kind of conversions we're having and what kind of return on investment we're having. It's also allowed us to do business planning on a short and longer term basis and building consistency into our strategy of the business. So we know that if we've got X amount of ad spend per month, that we're going to see a top line return of X amount, and then that's obviously going to fall into the profitability of the business. Since using Google Ads, we've doubled our turnover, and 50% of that turnover can be attributed to Google Ads. So I do a lot of CFO services and advisory services for our clients. So for us, if Google Ads make sense, then it's absolutely a conversation that I have with them at business planning stage. Google Ads has been an absolute game changer for Hot Toast. It's really allowed us to back ourselves for growth.
What a fantastic growth story. Andrew, how do you get to a niche customer?
The concept of nailing a niche comes back to you've really got to understand that niche. And when I say understand, you've really got to understand. You've got to know everything about what it is that they want, what drives them, what motivates them, how they see value, etc. But I think how we can communicate to them comes off of the back of that. How do we inspire them, motivate them? If we don't know all of that other stuff, we just tend to do generic messaging.
Great advice.
Hi, I'm Leila Cosgrove, the Australian chapter leader of the Dell Women's Entrepreneur Network. For the last 10 years, Dwen has been connecting women globally and offering access to resources like funding, technology, and most importantly, networking for your business. It's really about having the opportunity to meet women from all over the country and all over the world who are doing incredible things in their own businesses. To join, head over to dwen.com.
Welcome back to Kochies Business Builders. Well, last year, Aussie spent over $8 billion on Black Friday sales alone, and current forecasts suggest the 2022 holiday shopping season will be the biggest year yet. Research from Inside Retail Australia found Aussies are expecting to spend big in-store and online, so there's plenty of opportunities to cash in. But the same research suggests personalisation is key to any campaign success, with 56% of consumers saying they were frustrated with receiving irrelevant offers, while 48% were put off when retailers didn't recognise their needs. So, if you want to get off your customers' naughty list and onto their nice list this holiday season, what do? Andrew, how can businesses make sure that their messaging is relevant to their customers?
So much of, I think, my advice, particularly in the marketing space these days, is that everyone wants to feel unique, everyone wants to feel special, everyone wants that connection. So when it comes to things like special offers, when we get a special offer, that's impersonal and it's your dear XYZ, and we all kind of go, really, it's not very customised, or you don't drink and you're getting a wine offer, or you're in the middle of COVID, you're getting a message about going on a special offer for you to go to Los Angeles for a week on holiday and you can't get on a plane. It actually pushes your customers away. Yeah. So I think businesses that try to do a one-size-fits-all approach to loyalty stuff really doesn't work.
So how do you find out more about your customers?
Yeah.
What do you do?
We've got to look at research. There's plenty of stuff around on every niche known to mankind these days. So as a business owner, you've got to spend time researching.
What about loyalty schemes? Do they work?
But I think the loyalty scheme overall works if you invest the time, the energy, if you're creative, if you make it fun, if you engage people well. If it's just a set and forget, buy 2 books and get the third one free, or buy this and you get those, I think that they have a bit of a place, but whenever you've got to earn to get, there is that word earn.
Right.
I've earned it. Yep. I deserve it. I've worked for this.
Yep. Thanks for that, Andrew. Next up, Nick Brogden joins us to reveal everything small business owners need to know about Shopify marketing.
The e-commerce market now makes up 22% of all retail sales, and that number is expected to increase to be much closer to 30% over the next 3 years. If there's a go-to platform to start an e-commerce business, it's Shopify, and that's due to its simple setup, low entry cost, and an amazing app store. There are literally thousands of helpful apps to choose from, and probably an equal number that are not quite as helpful. So choosing the best app for your store can take some research. My favorite app is called Omnisend, which is a true all-in-one e-commerce marketing platform. It comes out of the box with pre-built automation workflows that have super simple no-code customization editing function. These functions cover some of the most important money-making marketing activities. In addition to this, OmniSend has industry-leading features that help build your email and SMS marketing lists with pre-optimized templates to easily create pop-ups, landing pages, and even offers a Wheel of Fortune. So you have a great chance to instantly boost your first sale conversion rate and evolve your ability to get that all-important second and third sale from your existing customers.
My name is Monica Chu. I'm the founder and director of Black Diamonds Property Concierge. I came to Australia in 1988 as a student. I couldn't speak a word of English and couldn't find a job, obviously, and I really did a lot of odd jobs. In the 90s, technology is booming. A lot of products come from Asia, and I thought maybe if I sell some products that relate to back home, maybe I can make a living. So I started take some products from the shops and go to work at market on the weekends. And I did really well. With my ex-husband, we started an IT business, and the business is just growing from strength to strength. In 2007, I retired from my business in IT. After 2 years of retirement, I get really bored. So I met my now husband, and he said, maybe we should start something called real estate. And he has real passion for real estate, so I'm a good salesperson. I think that's just perfect. And we started the business in end of 2009. I knew nothing about real estate. It's from the bottom, and we are very much like international company. I think the point of difference is we're not just a real estate agent. We call ourselves a property concierge. Oh, there's so many challenges in life. People seems like, oh my God, you've just been very lucky. I'm extremely lucky. But I think I made my luck. So every challenge that I have, for example, I come to this country, I didn't know anybody. You didn't speak a word of language, right? So that's the biggest challenge. You have to overcome your fear. In terms of real estate, it's very challenging. It's very much like a male-dominated industry, very much so. You're surrounded by competitions, males, and lots of egos. I'm a businesswoman. I built my brand so hard over 10 years, and that trust in the community is just unbelievable. My brand is I'm a serious businesswoman, and hopefully I will be a philanthropist. You really have to find that niche market. You have to find out how you can do better than anybody else, because the market is very competitive. It doesn't matter you're in real estate, you are having retail shops, you have a clothing label, whatever you do, you have to find that niche, and you can do better than anybody else.
Welcome back to Kochies Business Builders. Now, if you have a sweet tooth, you can't go past Fairy Floss for a sugar hit. And our next business, Fluffy Crunch, produces a fun product that will leave your inner child screaming for more. We first met owners Michael and Paola Caramelis in the beginning of the COVID crisis in June 2020. With most of their business coming from events, the couple made a quick pivot to online to survive. All was going well until a shock health diagnosis put both the business and Michael's life in jeopardy. We catch up with the couple now to see how things are going.
Michael was sick all the time, having sinus problems, and early 2021, he had a surgery to clear up his nasal. That's when they found he had cancer. He had a very rare lymphoma.
It's a 9-month process, and only now am I regaining my stroke. During COVID, I was at home recovering. I could barely walk.
I found myself looking after the business and looking after my daughter and trying to not break down. And I didn't have a male working in our business, so I found myself doing things that I couldn't physically do. I just thought I can rest after if he gets better, but it was very uncertain.
Our focus now is on using technology and software to document what we do in our business. So we're using mind mapping software to get everything out of our heads so that we can visually see what we do in our business. There's going to be time to expand again, but now it's our time to really focus on consolidate what we can do right now and in the next 3 to 6 months.
Welcome back to Kochies Business Builders. Let's talk about business interruption. We've had plenty of it over the past couple of years, so let's find out what you need to know to best protect your business.
Hi, I'm Aaron Mann from QBE Insurance. I'm here to tell you a bit about business interruption insurance. Business interruption insurance is designed to help the customer when there is financial cash flow interruption to their business, particularly when an item that is insured is either stolen, damaged or lost. A typical business interruption claim could be a cafe. Burst water pipe in the kitchen means they can't run the kitchen anymore, they can't produce meals, but they can still sell coffee through the cafe. That means that they've got less income, but they've still got their expenses relating to rent, utilities and staff. And business interruption cover will support them through that gap. My 3 tips for you are, number 1, make sure you work with a professional. Your broker or your agent should be able to assist you through this process. Number 2, make sure you actually have business interruption insurance. Number 3, regularly review your insurance cover. You should do that with your broker or your agent. Things have changed over the last few years. We really need to make sure that you're covered. Don't forget to do your own research from a reputable organisation like QBE. You can find us at qbe.com.au.
Now, those were some great tips from Aaron on how to safeguard your business in a crisis. Now, Andrew, we're about to check back in with Fluffy Crunch to see how they've dealt with the challenges of the past 2 years to come out the other side.
There's been a few challenges here, apart from my health crisis and my diagnosis with cancer. We changed our perspective during COVID, but we saw that as an opportunity to reflect and focus on aspects of our business that were neglected over the last few years. So we actually reduced our product range. We used to have about 10 to 12 different hampers, but we found that they weren't selling. So we focused on what we do best, and that was manufacture fairy floss.
During COVID, we managed to grow a relationship with a distributor. It's FOMO Snacks, and basically they were able to distribute the product at the lower end of the market at a lot of petrol stations. And now products made by Fluffy Crunch are all around Australia in a lot of petrol stations.
Just the other week, we made over 6,000 tabs of fairy floss and shipped that out. We were the world's first fairy floss Christmas advent calendar. So we incorporated 25 creations and we created a new concept, a new product line.
Our daughter helps to come out with a lot of the flavors, pretty much. She's been an inspiration since day one. We started in 2018 with the Royal Easter Show, and we entered about 4 flavors, and the 4 flavors won awards.
Our problem at the moment is that we don't have the capacity to scale. So we're focused on building our team at the moment and building our resources so that we can scale our business. We had a lot of wholesale customers not paying us in time, so our cash flow was really suffering. So what we decided to do was streamline the wholesale online ordering process, and we no longer had 30-day accounts, 14-day accounts. If you wanted Fluffy Crunch, you would order online and you would pay us immediately. And that way we were able to automate that process, and we transitioned over 100 clients to our online portal.
We just got our first salary paid to ourselves this week, so it is.
Now we've moved from working on profits to earning a salary, so we made our first income this week, right?
Yes, this week our first pie.
It only took us 7 years to get paid.
It is such a great business, isn't it? And Andrew, it is such a lesson in resilience, isn't it? You just never know what life is going to throw up at you. We're all human, like Michael is. They're just starting to reshape the business. What advice would you have for them?
At times like this, as difficult as they are, just like COVID helped them, they pivoted, they changed how they do what they do, and it's worked out better for them. We've got to come out stronger on the other side of those particular challenges. It's not that hard to predict what are the things that could impact on our business if we're really honest about it. It's health, it's financial, perhaps it's environmental.
So sort of stress test your business.
I think so.
For different scenarios.
I think so. And if that happened today, what would we do?
Andrew, great to have you aboard today. Thanks so much for your time and all of your advice. And remember, if you're looking for small business tips or the latest news and expert advice, then you can find them online at kochiesbusinessbuilders.com.au or follow Kochies Biz on Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta and Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Next week on Kochies Business Builders, meet the winner of Australia's favourite family business competition. We find out why play is important to business success, plus 4 extraordinary women tell us how networking has helped them grow their brands.